What's up, geeks and gamers? How's everybody doing today? Did you click on this video? Are you a victim of clickbait? Are you a victim of my clickbait titles and my clickbait thumbnails? How could you have let this happen to yourself? How have you been a victim of clickbait on the internet? How dare anyone click on something on the internet? How dare someone create a YouTube channel in order to have people watch the channel? It is so uncivilized. All right, what's up, everybody? You have been clickbaited. I put The Last Jedi in the title only to get you to click, not to talk about it. How's everybody doing today? Good to see you all. There's a lot to talk about. I've got several videos that are really, like, they're gonna start addressing some of these issues. You guys wanted me to cover the diversity in comics situation. I'm working on that. The video I'm making, I want to send it to Ethan first to have him just make sure that I'm covering everything properly. So it's going to be another day or two before I get that video up. And then there's going to be a lot of stuff that I'm going to be talking about Star Wars and the fan community. And the bottom line here is, it's okay if you like The Last Jedi. I've never said anything different. There's nothing wrong with liking the movie. Literally nothing wrong with it. The problem lies when you dismiss others for not liking the movie. That's the problem. And it's okay if you go see Solo. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you are vilifying people that aren't going to see it with their own money, then that's the problem. I don't understand why everyone has to legislate feelings and thoughts onto everyone else. You can feel how you want to feel, you can do what you want with your money, but don't force other people to feel like you, and don't force other people to spend their money how you see fit. That's not how it works. So, let me look at some of these comments, you guys. There's probably 100 comments already. I've only been online like 2 minutes. That's amazing. That blows my freaking mind. Darth Vader fanboy, I heard about the John Campea calling everyone that's complaining fanboys, and I think that is very interesting coming from the grown man that has been crying about the prequels for 15 years now, and he has to talk about people that are complaining about The Last Jedi. That is still very much relevant and very much part of the process for Star Wars moving forward. Yet he's been whining about the prequels for 15 years non-stop. Even when the subject didn't even call for it, he decided, I'm going to complain about the prequels. Why? Just because it's a Tuesday afternoon. It's the most hypocritical thing I could imagine. And I've addressed this before on my personal channel, D-Day Cobra, where this was years ago, where I was so pissed off at Simon Pegg always hating on the prequels. And I mentioned John Campea, because John Campea at that point did another one of his, oh, you all should just shut your mouths and you should not say anything that disagrees with me. That's John Campea's logic. I've told you guys I like John Campea, and I do respect John Campea a lot. I always have. Regardless of some of the dumb shit he says, he has been a very big inspiration to me on YouTube, and I've always followed him, and that I don't let that go unnoticed. But just because I've been a fan of him, just because I will give him credit for helping inspire me and motivate me to do this, it doesn't mean that I can't criticize him and call him out on his bullshit, and I will when he says dumb things like that. The guy who's been crying about the prequels for 15 years has no business to tell anybody to not cry about Star Wars. Literally zero credibility from that perspective. All right, I see I had a super chat. Let's see. Hey, 15 Darcy, you are awesome. You're always supportive in the super chat, so I'm doing really well. It's great to see you. You're always here, always being supportive, so I appreciate that. Chris Brown, keep on trucking, pal. You're speaking from the heart for Star Wars. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let's see. Mike, I can't pronounce your last name, but it's CZAJKA. Hey, Jeremy, big fan. Love your videos. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've heard about this Hello Greedo deal. Again, I'm not watching his video. I'm not going to give him I'm not going to waste my time watching his video. I've watched so many of Hello Greedo's videos over the years. I've become a big fan of Hello Greedo. I always shared his videos. I always viewed him as a very logical, centered thinking person. I always appreciated his thoughts on things. And the fact that now that he has become so bitter because other people have opinions is laughable. I'm sorry that people like me are getting more views than you, even though you have like 5 times the subscribers than us. I'm sorry that your subscribers grow like maybe by 30 or 40 a month, and ours are growing by the thousands and thousands each month. I would think that you would be happy that other people are growing within the YouTube community. I have no problem if someone grows within the YouTube community. All of these Star Wars channels actually they found their growth with The Force Awakens. All of the speculation about what was going to happen in The Force Awakens, who was Rey, who was Finn, what was this, what was that, who was Maz Kanata, what was Luke going to do, all this bullshit that they were spreading leading into The Force Awakens, all of this speculation that none of it came true, all of those channels used that as a platform to grow their channel. And that's awesome. Congratulations to all of you guys. And now that you're in a position where The Last Jedi hate and the negativity towards The Last Jedi is actually growing other people's channels, you're becoming bitter. That is absolutely hypocritical in every single way. So the more you cry, the better it is for people like me. The fact that Hello Greedo, apparently, again, I don't think he specifically named me, but he's been hinting very hard about me. The fact that he has even decided to talk about me is a win for me and a loss for him. Hello Greedo wasn't talking about me last year. Hello Greedo wasn't talking about me 2 months ago. In fact, Hello Greedo and I had an interaction on Twitter about 2 months ago because he responded to a thread I was in, and I just was like really sarcastic, and I was like, holy shit, Hello Greedo responded to me. This is the greatest day of my life. And I was being sarcastic, and he completely dismissed me. Like, you can find the tweets. I'll find the tweets and screenshot it. But he was basically like, I don't know who you are, bro. Stop being so starstruck by me, something to that extent, being very dismissive. And now he's being very sarcastic and intimidated by me, apparently. And that just speaks volumes to the impact that we're having. So if he thinks that's going to stop me, it ain't. That's exactly why I made this video title like it is. And I'll title every fucking video I make, The Last Jedi Sucks, if that's what they want, if they want to keep complaining about it, because I really don't care. You all created your channels off clickbait, The Force Awakens speculation. You rode that wave until that wave crashed down, and congratulations for that. I have no problem with you growing like that, but now you're upset because other channels are growing in a different way just because you don't agree with the opinion being shared. Whatever, not my problem. Okay, Corey Lowe, this is my face, this is my real name, Chittown, or is it Chi-Town? Chittown. Chi-Town, this time I can watch the stream. It's time to war you against me. The Dark Knight is still overrated. Okay, first of all, Corey Lowe, I will take your $5 and shove it back up your ass if you say the Dark Knight is overrated. I'm still going to take your money, but The Dark Knight is not overrated. Your opinion apparently is overrated. Very overrated and very short-sighted. And I just, maybe we need to start a GoFundMe to help Corey get his opinion fixed, because it's clearly broken. It's as broken as The Last Jedi fandom. Corey, you know I love you, buddy. You know, you're always trolling me in the comments. So, William McCall, thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate that, bud. You are always super supportive. You are always always in the comments. Every time I suggest a YouTuber, you always go to their channel and support them, so thank you very much for that. Let's see. Chris Warden, completely disagree with your opinion on Star Wars, but agree that you have the right to say it. And that's all I've ever looked for, Chris. I have never looked for people to agree with me. I've never looked for people to co-sign my opinion. I don't need people to validate my opinion. I don't need you to tell me that you agree with me to make me feel better. All I would like for somebody to say is, I don't agree with you, Jeremy, but I appreciate the fact that you take the opportunity to speak your mind. And I'm happy that you are happy with Star Wars, Chris. I truly am. And I'm not intimidated by others' opinions. I'm not intimidated by the growth of other YouTube channels. I am not. I'm very confident in my audience. I'm very confident in my opinions, and I'm very confident in Geeks and Gamers. And so I don't need to constantly throw shade at other channels and other content creators simply because my subs aren't growing like they used to. That's your own fault. If your subs have come to a standstill and other people are growing, maybe you need to reassess what you're doing. So maybe you should just make some more clickbaity titles. Let's see here. Let's see. Hey man, what can you tell us about the Star Wars Theory fanfic? All right, so, and that's from Thunder Kitten. I can't tell you anything, and I'm not going to because I would never want to speak on anything. I don't know a lot of details of it. All I know is Star Wars Theory has invited me to be in his Vader fan film. We're still working the details out. This is a long process, so the development is still a long road ahead of us, but he has invited me to make a cameo appearance in his Vader fan film. I will be taking him up on that offer as long as the logistics work out. So I'm very excited, and I'm very thankful that Star Wars Theory has actually yeah, it's been very nice that he's reached out to me and offered me that opportunity. 15 Darcy, you went to, damn it, the comments keep jumping, I'm sorry, give me a minute. I just had your question, 15 Darcy. You went to your personal channel the other day and saw your Simon Pegg video, loved it. What is your opinion about Uncle Ethan's Soylo shirt and the Twitter stuff? I ordered a Soylo shirt from Ethan. I should have it here in the next few days. I will be wearing it on this channel. I love Ethan. Ethan is my buddy. I have Ethan's back at all times. The whole Pablo Hidalgo thing is just hilarious. The fact that Pablo Hidalgo literally contradicted himself and took another shot at fans, all while promoting Ethan's shirt, is hilarious. I thought it was fantastic. So I love Ethan, love the shirts. So let's see. Do I miss good saber fights in Star Wars films? I really do. I do. And my favorite saber fight in Star Wars film is The Return of the Jedi. While it may not be the most fancy, and I know a lot of people go to Empire or maybe The Revenge of the Sith, there's so much emotion in the Return of the Jedi lightsaber battle between Vader and Luke. I love it. I love the dialogue. It's all so damn good. And I do. I miss them. I miss it so much. How would your The Last Jedi Luke look like? That's a great question. One Immortal COI1. That's a great question. Really, and I've said this before, all I really wanted from Luke, I wanted him to have this stoic nature about him in the sequel trilogy, where he was so revered and people literally looked at him like he was a god among men. I wanted people to just be in awe of him, not so much intimidated by him as much as in awe of him. And I wanted him to not have to say a whole lot, just his presence alone would inspire the entire rebellion or resistance or whatever they're called. So I wanted it built in that form. And again, even if we didn't go that route, that's fine. The fact that, it played out like it played out, there were certain things that could have fixed the movie for me. Now, again, I would still have problems with the movie, but if you look at like Ivan Ortega's edit that he put on this channel 2 weeks ago with the ending with Luke, even if I would have had all the problems with all the things that happened with Luke, if we still could have ended on a high note and Luke would have still been alive and it would have played out exactly how Ivan did it, while I might not have been thrilled with everything I saw from Luke, I would have been happy knowing that we got a positive ending for Luke. He did the heroic thing, and he still lives on into Episode 9. And so that's my basics on it. Let's see. Lobo Cop 69, appreciate your work, Jeremy. Keep it up. I'm not a boycott guy, but Solo is out of my radar. Instead, I will do something more productive. Maybe I'll watch Moss grow in the real time. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. I'm not a boycott guy either. My Geeks and Gamers Facebook page and Twitter pages are getting bombarded with idiots that don't know how to listen to say, you guys are boycotting Solo. No, Geeks and Gamers is not boycotting Solo. Jeremy, the owner of Geeks and Gamers, is choosing to not go see Solo with his own money. So it's just like anything else. I didn't go see a lot of movies. Ethan said this on his channel earlier. Did he boycott all of these other movies that he didn't go see in the past few weeks since the Avengers? No. and he just didn't go see him. I'm just not going to see Solo, and I'm doing that for personal reasons. Geeksandgamers.com will have a review. So do a better job of listening. But in the internet era, people don't listen. They just pick and choose the things they want to hear, and then they run with them and create that narrative. And so, yeah, but I'm not a boycott guy either per se. I don't like to get on the soapbox and preach about stuff like that. I just like to do what I want with my own money, as every single individual watching this stream has the ability to do. Crazy AW, like how Disney's dragged forward in the PR for Solo. Ha, yes, I've seen that. I will have to say, as much as it is obvious what they're doing, I did find some enjoyment seeing Harrison Ford walk in on Alden Ehrenreich during that interview and just become hateful old man Harrison Ford to him. I thought that was actually pretty cool. I could not help but smile. How can you not smile when Harrison Ford, the legend, walks in and does a full Harrison Ford? I love it so much. So let's see here. Good to see you live streaming. What did you think of Jesse's last night? No comment on that. I'll just say I called Jessie and talked to her about it, and that's all I can say. I'm not going to get into any details about her live stream last night. She and I had a conversation. That's all I can say. Love Jessie to death. She's awesome. What do I think of the Meryl Streep playing Leia rumor? Yeah, I addressed that when it was going around. I don't think it's true. But just to address the specific question at hand, I don't like Meryl Streep at all. I can't stand that woman. I think she is a horrible person, a horrible human being. But with that said, I can separate my personal opinion from the fact that I think she's a great actress. And if you're going to do that, then I don't know if you could find a better person to do it than her. But yeah, I personally would not want to see it. And I just can't stand Meryl Streep. I really can't stand that woman. All right, Thunder, Kajat, Kitten, new movies should be loosely mirrored the new Jedi Order books. Problem solved. Yeah, exactly. I mean, they had the template out there, just like George Lucas said when he sat down with Kathleen Kennedy, and they were talking about the purchase of Lucasfilm by Disney and the fact that Kathleen Kennedy would be in charge. And you know, it just didn't play out that way. Kathleen Kennedy, she fooled us all. She fooled us all, including George Lucas, and it sucks, but it is what it is. All right, Richard Coyle, I am not afraid of strong women. I love girls in Panzer. I mean, the fact that we have to continue to reiterate that just shows how stupid all of this is. You know, I don't know why I have to continue to justify that I don't mind strong women. I think that's the stupidest argument ever that people make that claim, but it's typically when the people that preach the loudest are the people that have the most to hide. That's what I've always learned. So when you hear people saying, oh no, you're just intimidated by strong women, no, actually I'm not. I just don't like badly written women. I like properly written women. Like, what's better for women and minorities moving forward? For Rose Tico to be a well-written character, or for Rose Tico to be what we got in The Last Jedi? Pretty sure it would have benefited minorities and women for her to be a well-written character that benefited the story. Instead, she's an internet meme now. That's literally her entire existence right now. And so that's where I look at it from. A lot of people just simply want to take it and go, oh, we have a woman in a movie, that's good for women, that's good for representation. No, having a strong, well-written woman that complements the story is good for representation and women, not just shoehorning someone in based on their race or gender to fill your diversity quota. So, all right, let's see here. All right, no more super chats for the moment, so let me see if I can find some comments to talk about here. Yes, Ahsoka is a strong woman because Ahsoka is a strong character, period, point blank into discussion. She's one of the great characters ever. And so I love her so much. So let's see. First off, what the fuck is a strong woman? Exactly. What is a strong woman? I have no idea. I mean, aren't all women in theory strong in their own way? You don't have to just be anything specific. I mean, if you have an opinion and you're not weird, if you're not intimidated to say it, then you're strong. So I don't know. Memphis Dale, what's up? Appreciate you joining. Let's see here. Jeremy, I hated The Last Jedi. I love your views and I agree. That subject mayhem. Thank you so much for the super chat and I appreciate your support. And yeah, that's the one thing I do. Like, this is what I like about our community. Hang on. I like the fact that there are people that disagree with me reading that are in these comments and they feel that they can make those comments. It's really simple. You're welcome to speak your mind. And if you come in a respectful manner, I mean, I can't speak for everyone, but if you come in a respectful manner and say, I like The Last Jedi, but I understand or whatever, I would be willing to say the majority of people in this community are going to have a conversation with you. If you walk in the door and start calling names and you start making accusations and you start just trying to attack, then you're going to get hit back. And this is what happens with these people is they walk in the door and they start throwing bombs, and then when they get punched back, then they cry and play the victim. And that I have no tolerance for whatsoever. I had this YouTube or this Twitter account called Star Wars Therapy yesterday, okay? This account had been tweeting me nonstop for the past 2 or 3 days. Every time there was someone that was throwing shade at The Last Jedi haters or Star Wars haters, he would tag me. I ignored it for like 3 days, 2 or 3 days. I mean, I went to his page and it was like D-Day Cobra, just tagging me over and over again. And finally, my buddy over at Star Wars Junk made a comment about The Last Jedi haters, and this person tagged me in it, basically insinuating that he was talking about me. And so I responded back and I said, learn how to read. Number one, I'm not calling for a boycott. I'm supportive of everybody going to see Solo. And I'm friends with Star Wars Junk. I even have him linked on my page, and we disagree. And do you know what this piece of shit did? This piece of shit, he blocked me on Twitter first. He blocked me because I finally responded to him. So he punched me like 30 times. Over the course of 3 days, tagging me and everything. Punch me. I punch back once, he blocks me. Typical. And then finally, I screenshot it to show that he blocked me. And then I guess they deleted their entire account. And it's the typical SJW. You walk in the door, you throw a bunch of haymakers. Finally, people get fed up with it and they hit back, and you play the victim. And that's the problem in these YouTube comments. Walk in the comments, be respectful, and I would bet that my audience would be respectful back and have a conversation with you. You walk in the door and start throwing shade, we're going to throw shade twice as hard. That's my mentality in life. You hit me, I'm going to hit you back twice as hard. Don't hit me, I won't hit you. That's simple. Point blank, end of discussion. So, all right. Make sure I didn't miss anything. If you're a lot of these comments are getting flagged for by YouTube, so you guys just be aware of what you're saying because a lot of them are getting flagged. I'm gonna unflag some of them if they don't have any horrible shit in them. So somebody had a super chat I missed too. Oh, as pooped by Anakin Skywalker is your name. Thank you for the super chat. I'd love to knock Hello Greedo down a few pegs. You know, with Hello Greedo, I'm like, whatever, man. Continue growing your channel, bro. Continue doing your thing. Your bitterness is really bad right now. I don't care that you like The Last Jedi. I've always liked your content. I've always appreciated the production value and the editing that you put into things. It's very high quality. And I've shared so many of this dude's videos over the years, and I've always just appreciated a lot of the things he's done. But yeah, just in recent months, it's become really bad. It's, again, why is it okay to hate the prequels for so many years for all these people, but suddenly now it's not okay to hate The Last Jedi? I don't understand the logic. I really don't. So that's my thoughts on it. Crazy Crab, you say you love the Sports Wars channel. Thank you so much. We are less than 150 subs from hitting that 1,000 mark, so I'm excited about that. So thank you so much for it. Sports Wars, it's gonna be a lot of fun over in Sports Wars as we get closer to football season. Who the fuck is Pablo Hidalgo? Pablo Hidalgo is, I believe he's in charge of the story group at Lucasfilm, and this dude is, again, super freaking bitter on Twitter. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but he's extremely bitter. He continues to take shots at people, and it's very unnecessary, but it just continues to show how much of an impact we are having. So Let's see. Let's see. I don't know how to say this name, but it's QAISBACHIR. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Really appreciate that. Voorhees67. Is that Jason Voorhees, by the way? Let's see. You concerned with Cobra Kai Season 2 will be reflective of the film franchise as the Karate Kid films got worse by each and Mike Barnes is rumored to return? I'm not worried about that because these filmmakers and producers clearly have great perspective and great understanding of how to tell a proper story. And the fact that they had to come out and tell a near perfect story for this to catch, and it caught. And so all I can do, and I see your point about the Karate Kid and how those films got worse by each film, because they clearly did. But I have full confidence in this team. I can't stop talking about Cobra Kai. I talk to everyone I know about it. My mom was over here for Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. My mom was here for Mother's Day, and my dad and her, and I was like, hey, have you guys heard about Cobra Kai? And they hadn't. So I had sat down, we watched the first episode, and they were blown away. They were blown away. So, I mean, Cobra Kai is just so damn good. It's so damn good. So let's see. So I'm not overly concerned. William McCall says Campy is a dumbass, but it's cool you like him. Don't apologize to your haters. Makes me crazy. You're in the right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not apologizing to him. I mean, if I do, it's in a sarcastic way. That's why this video is titled like it is, because I saw someone say that you know, clickbait headlines. I was like, okay, I'll put The Last Jedi in my live stream just to piss you off. I'll put the Soylo thumbnail in there just to piss you off. So yeah, it's I love just giving. I love doubling down on the things that they whine about. I don't know. Just ask yourself a question. If you're so booty bothered by my channel and my opinions, I want to know, what exactly have I done to hurt you besides having a differing opinion? What have I done to hurt you? And if you think that my channel or any channels like mine are hurting your credibility on your channel, then maybe you need to do a better job on your channel. Just saying. So let's see. All right. One Immortal COI1, thank you again for the super chat. Talk to us about the disparity between the quality of Disney comics, the Vader series, versus the quality of Disney film. Why do they listen to the fans in the former realm and not the latter? And I don't read the comics. I've heard some great things about the Vader comic specifically. And what it comes down to is, I think it's the same thing with Rebels. Kathleen Kennedy's not involved. Kathleen Kennedy is involved in the films. She is interested in pushing her social agenda into the films. She's not involved with Rebels. That's why Rebels was so good. Now, you could say that Rebels had some SJW stuff. They had a few females here. They're trying to prop them up or whatever. And I mean, you can have that one. That's fine. But it didn't hurt the story. Now, Rebels didn't have the consistency of the Clone Wars, but it still was very good, in my opinion. And then the comics, do you think Kathleen Kennedy's really looking at the comics? She's not. She has no interest in the comics. So I think that has a lot to do with it. She is involved with film. She is a film producer, and that's where she's stamping all of her agenda nonsense. Let's see. So what's going on with Pablo Hidalgo here? Pablo Hidalgo got butthurt over Ethan Van Sciver's Soylo, a Soy Wars story t-shirt, commented about it, and then made a generalization about Star Wars fans yet again, because this is what Lucasfilm employees do. They consistently take shots at Star Wars fans. So that's what happened with Pablo Hidalgo yesterday. And it's great. It's great. They just continue to just whine and cry and make our platform bigger and better. So there's my girl, Nikki Walters. So what's up, boss? You didn't have to do a super chat, Nikki. Nikki is our associate editor for geeksandgamers.com. You know, because we're so anti-female, we actually have women in powerful positions to actually make decisions, because we just hate women at Geeks and Gamers, because Jeremy said Rose sucks. But yeah, love you, Nikki. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see here. I can't. I'm gonna have to keep reading your name because I can't say it, but I think it's Quayaz Bachir. $10 super chat. Thank you very much. Geeks and Gamers, keep up the good work. What are the chances of Disney Lucasfilm revisiting the KOTOR era, and should they, especially Revan struggles being a Jedi Sith and then back to the Jedi. I don't want them touching it at this point in time, not until we have different leadership. And that's going to be my stance on everything. I can't, it's hard for me to get excited for an Obi-Wan movie. It's going to be hard for me to get excited for anything with the current leadership at Lucasfilm right now. That's going to be my stance until further notice. So, let's see. Goldfish, thank you for the super chat. What is your perfect episode 9 story? Hi, Jeremy. My perfect episode 9 story is for Rey to wake up on the island with that Luke is on, and everything she experienced in The Last Jedi was a bad dream, and we start all over from the moment where she is handing Luke the lightsaber. That is my perfect episode 9 story right there. And that's the most realistic thing I could think of. I know they're never gonna do that, but I'm just saying that's the best I can think of. By far the best I can think of. By the way, I was thinking about for a video, why not have a video or live stream with you and Ethan talking about Star Wars? That would be amazing. That's definitely a possibility, 15 Darcy. Definitely a possibility. Let's see. I love this. I don't need a clickbait title to click on one of your videos, and I appreciate that. Derek Goheen, I appreciate that. It was just more so just me showing that if people, like, okay, a few days ago I made that Kathleen Kennedy video. Do you remember where I was talking about her article back in an article back in 2016 during Rogue One, where she said that you know, she wasn't going to pander to men. The only reason I made that video was because someone said that all I do is make Kathleen Kennedy clickbait videos. So what did I do? I went and I found an old article on Kathleen Kennedy and decided to make a video just to dedicate it to him. Because that's fine. I mean, all you're going to do is make me double down on stuff. Now, if you want to message me in a respectful manner and have a conversation with me and be constructively critical, because I can always get better at what I do, then I could have that conversation with you. But if you're just going to go online and throw shade and be a dick and try to be dismissive, then I'll just double down and I'll just try to do what I can to piss you off even more. So that's the way I operate. So let's see here. Let's see. William McCall, Thanos is great. If it wasn't for my son wanting to pee every 10 minutes, I would have missed the important part with Thanos and Gamora. That part with Thanos and Gamora still rips me apart. It destroys me. I love Gamora as a character. I'm not going to get into spoilers for Infinity War, but that entire sequence was just incredible. Blew me away. And I can't wait to go see Infinity War again. That's exactly what I'm going to do the day Solo comes out. I will vlog myself. I will record myself going to the theater, paying for my Infinity War ticket and walking into the theater while everyone is going to see Solo, and I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. So I'm probably going to go see it again before then, so hopefully that'll be my 4th time. So we'll see. Let's do. There's so many comments, it's so hard to read through them, and I'm trying to get non-super chat comments too, because I want to make sure you guys know I'm paying attention to all comments. I really am. So a lot of them are just people just talking shit now to each other, which is great too. If you put 4 clicks in your title, I will click on it just to stick it to the man. That's what I'm talking about, Rebel Scum. That's what I'm talking about. Least favorite thing about is that Star Trek? Is that Trek? Star Trek ST? I don't know. I'm not a huge Star Trek fan, but if you meant Star Wars, my least favorite thing about it right now is the SJW trilogy by far. Basically, it's Kathleen Kennedy's involvement. That's my least favorite part. Let's see here. Never double down to idiots, man. I mean, it's just to have fun with them. It's not, you know, it's just because I like laughing back at them. Because again, like I said, step to me in a respectful way, and I'll respond to you in a respectful way. That's simple. Want respect? Then you give it to get it. That simple. Lobo Cop 69, if somebody likes The Last Jedi, it's fine. Personally, I would prefer to be kicked in the nuts than watch it again. Less painful and leaves your soul intact. Shannon Owen, I keep seeing you tell me to read your comment, but the comments come in so fast, I can't I haven't seen it. I keep seeing you say read my comment, but then another 5 or 6 comments come in. Why is Gamora? It's so damn funny. Oh my God, so good. Let's see. Good old Jeremy trolling the trolls as usual. Keep up the bad work, dude. Let's see. Will you consider discussing horror films? Absolutely. I wouldn't call myself an expert on horror films, but I definitely enjoy horror films. I'm a little bitch when it comes to horror films at home alone. It scares the hell out of me to watch them sometimes, especially, I'm all about the setting. So if I can, I can't go to a cinema and watch a horror movie and get the full experience, because when I'm surrounded by hundreds of people, I just can't really psych myself into the moment. But if I'm home and it's midnight and all the lights are off and there's no sounds in the house and I'm watching a horror film, I'm a bitch. I'm a little bitch that gets scared at everything. I can admit that, full disclosure here to everyone on YouTube. Little bitch when that happens. So, but I would love to get into some more horror discussions. We have a few people on staff that are really heavily into horror films too. So, would you like a G.I. Joe Transformers crossover movie like they did in the comic books? No, I would not. I want G.I. Joe to become more established on its own. And I'm looking forward to that Snake Eyes movie. That's Nick Knupp. Thank you for the super chat. I'm looking forward to G.I. Joe becoming more established on its own merit, and not get involved with the Transformers universe, because I hate the Transformers universe. So I don't want G.I. Joe attached to that. Looking forward to the Snake Eyes movie very much so. So yeah, thank you for the super chat on that. What happened to your movie reviews? What are you talking about? I need you to be more specific on that. Do you think Pablo's that bad or just paid by Kathleen Kennedy? Honestly, that's a question I have no idea. I could not answer that to save my life. I think it's probably a little bit of both. Because clearly if he didn't fall into her way of thinking, he probably wouldn't be in the position he's in the first place. So I think that has to be qualified. Let's see. Man, there's so many comments. You clicked on this in hopes Jeremy would take his shirt off. I mean, that's something nobody wants to see. So I want to keep my viewers, not make you all click off. So let's see. We need Dave Filoni instead of Kathleen Kennedy. I agree. I hope you guys know that I'm trying my best to catch these comments. They just move so fast. What did Pablo do? You'll have to go to his Twitter account. He and Ethan Van Sciver got into it. Ethan was just trolling the hell out of him because he had a problem with Ethan's Soy Lo, a Soy Wars shirt, which I did purchase. So, Shannon, oh, and I see this comment again where you said you sent 100 comments, but I still, okay. Oh, okay, why Geeks and Gamers hasn't gotten the blue verified check mark on YouTube? I haven't even tried to get us any verifications on YouTube, so that's, I guess I can look into that. I'll probably need to talk to my boy Star Wars Theory about that and get some advice on it. But yeah, I definitely would like to do that. Let's see here. 15 Darcy, I know I saw your super chat. You were asking about movie reviews. I mean, and I can touch on a few things here. I mean, so the YouTube channel's been around for like, hang on, I just saw a super chat. The YouTube channel's been around for like 4 years now. We produced a lot of crap over the last few years. And so once this channel started taking off, we tried so many different things over the past few years on the YouTube channel, with me being politically correct, with giving just creative control to everyone else here at Geeks and Gamers, just trying to create some stuff. And so I decided that once the channel started taking off, I went back and I think I removed like 300 videos from this channel that were just crap videos, things that I was like, yeah, this sucks. This isn't going to help us move forward. A lot of stuff, the majority of stuff was not from me, just from other people that were still no longer with the team. And so I removed a shit ton of stuff from this channel just to give us a fresh start on things. I left some stuff up, some of the stuff that were like interviews with different people at conventions and some other stuff, reaction videos, but we had a lot of garbage on this channel, stuff that ultimately I appreciated everybody giving us their content and providing content for us, but it just was not really good stuff. So my chat has jammed up, so I can't I can't get anything. Let me click off this video on my feed here and click back on because my chat has jammed up. It stopped working. There we go. Okay, I got it now. Okay, you reviewed the Netflix movie and stuff after that. What? I mean, my Netflix review should be up on this channel. That shouldn't be an issue. So I reviewed that Titan movie. I reviewed what was that one horror film that I reviewed? All those should be up on the channel. Those should still be here. I'm not sure why you're not seeing those, but all of my Netflix reviews should be on the channel. I will double check and see what's going on with that, but those should still be on this channel. Let's see. You would think he was a good friend to David F. That's from Fanboy Super Chat. So it looks like people want to see horror films, and I'm down with that because, like I said, I do enjoy horror films. I'm just, let's see. How much would Disney need to pay you in order to be a shill? That's from Rampage PC Gamer. I mean, I'm not someone that's looking to get in Disney's back pocket. I'm not looking to get in their good graces. If that was the case, I would never be doing what I'm doing. I fully understand that by being as vocal as I am and being as aggressive as I am, I fully understand that I'm not going to be getting any press passes. I'm probably not going to be getting into Star Wars Celebration on press. And so I will be blacklisted, and I'm fine with that. So I'm not looking to be paid by Disney or to get into any special functions. I'm not somebody that likes to go to functions and all that anyway. I truly don't even like going to conventions. Now, if they ban me from the parks like 001002 said, that might become a problem. Because I effing love me some Disney parks. So if they ever ban me from the parks, it's going to be a problem. But as it stands, as of just a few weeks ago, I'm in good graces with the Walt Disney World employees because I have a lot of perks there. A lot. So I'm good for now. I haven't pissed them off too much. Are you going to do more? That's my question. Sorry. My bad, 15 Darcy. I apologize for not catching that. 100% I'm going to do more. Definitely. Because Netflix to me is a game changer. And I definitely want to try to highlight some of their lesser known movies, even if they're not good, just so you guys are aware of them. So yes, you will see more reviews for Netflix from me. Jeremy, do you play any instruments? No, I don't. I've tried before and I suck. So, Jeremy, ever out in Cali for Disneyland? Let us know. I have been to California, or I've been to Disneyland once. It was a couple of years ago. I had to cut my trip short because, funny enough, I was supposed to spend 2 days at Disneyland, but I was actually invited to Lucasfilm one of those days, and I got a personal tour of Lucasfilm. I could tell you point blank for a fact that the people that I was on good terms with then, I am not on good terms with now, and so which is pretty damn funny. But yes, so I did have a personal tour of Lucasfilm, and I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon in the near future. So you got your petition done, by the way, so can you sign? Fanboy, with all due respect, and I do appreciate the super chats, I don't do petitions for movies. It's much like the boycott situation. I mean, I support your right to have the petition, and I'm fine with you pushing that because that's your right. It's just for me, it's a principle thing with me. I don't support boycotts for movies, but support your right to do it. Favorite band is Daughtry and Green Day. I love me some Green Day. Ever since Dookie came out, and ever since Basket Case back in the day, I've always loved Green Day. Now, Green Day in recent years, I can't really get into their stuff anymore. I don't mind their politics. I don't mind their political beliefs. But I'm a huge Green Day fan, and I also love Daughtry, and I'm a big Aerosmith fan. So those are my three bands that I love. How many Daughtry fans do we have in the chat? Yeah, I know. A lot of people are like, wait, you like Green Day? You right-wing, alt-right, conservative, fascist, you like Green Day? Yes, because I'm okay with differing opinions, you mother Fs, and I'm not talking to you guys. I love Pearl Jam. They obviously named a song after me back in the day, and I believe that was back in like when MTV had like their top 10, and I believe Jeremy from Pearl Jam was like the first song that kind of dethroned November Rain from Guns N' Roses from the top 10, and everybody's like, damn, it took Jeremy to dethrone the great Guns N' Roses. By the way, Guns N' Roses is awesome too. Love me some Guns N' Roses. I love 80s music. I don't know, is Aerosmith actually retired? I don't think they're retired. I think they still do occasional shows. Yeah, Good Riddance is a great one. Daughtry's not a soy boy, is he? I don't think Chris Daughtry's a soy boy. Chris Daughtry's a good dude, man. Good family man. I like Chris Daughtry. Like him a lot. And even if he is, that's fine. I still love his music. Just like with Green Day and all their politics, I don't agree with a lot of what they say, but I love their music. So, let's see. Depeche Mode. Aerosmith wins Disney World. Yes, Aerosmith's ride at Disney World is amazing. I know Green Day is left wing. I was making a joke. I was saying that I get accused of being an alt-right left or an alt-right right-wing conservative nut job, but one of my favorite bands is Green Day, so that really destroys that stupid narrative is what I was saying. I know they're left wing. They're far left wing. Let's see. You need trash metal in your life, man. I mean, I like some heavy metal. I like all types of music. I like Nirvana, Def Leppard. Now, I love Def Leppard. I love 80s music. Def Leppard's amazing. Yes, like Van Halen too. Thoughts on Battlefront 2, rumors about EA giving up on it. Yeah, I've heard these rumors, and I think there's some legitimacy to it because if you look at it, someone was talking to me about it the other day, someone that has more knowledge on Star Wars than me, and he was basically saying that EA their budget was blown with having to go back and fix all of the loot box the fiasco going on. So yeah, I think that's a big problem for them. They have destroyed their budget. Again, I like Battlefront 2. I enjoy the game, but their lack of perspective and lack of self-awareness has gotten them in this position, and they deserve every bit of it. And so again, you know, I try to correlate that to the people that are such fans of The Last Jedi, but they can't see what's going on with Lucasfilm. I'm a fan of Battlefront 2, but they deserve the fiasco they've gotten themselves into by being so. They just have tunnel vision, and they don't understand the gaming community at all. So they deserve this. As much as I like the game, they deserve every bit of it. So, do you think they should have made movies based on the old stories of the Old Republic? What are your thoughts on that timeline? I love the Old Republic timeline. I'm not as versed in it as a lot of people, but I do know enough about it to have an opinion on it, and I very much love that era. And that is an era that we definitely need to be explored on the live action, but not under the current regime that we have at Lucasfilm. But I would love to in the future, once hopefully Kathleen Kennedy is no longer in charge, I would love to experience that on the live action. So let's see. Soundgarden, yes, love Soundgarden. Black Hole Sun, I love that Temple of the Dog song. Love Soundgarden. The Cure is great. Let's see. Not a big Chemical Romance person. Not really. Is Ivan in here? What's up, Ivan? If I missed you, what's up, buddy? Yep, Def Leppard. System of a Down. I like System of a Down. I think they're fine. Nothing great for me. Let's see. William Newberry. What's up, William? I like Metallica. How can you not like Metallica? I obviously like some of their early stuff, like the Black Album and Justice for All. Let's see. Yeah, the chat has completely moved into a music discussion, which I'm totally fine with. I like Stone Temple Pilots. Let's see. Trying to keep up. Looks like a super chats are in here. Wow. For $5, you get a nice green box. That's Lord Batfish. I know how you feel about Kathleen Kennedy. I totally agree. But do you think The Last Jedi is more Johnson's fault than Kathleen Kennedy? After all, you did like TFA. Yes. Well, see, the problem is Kathleen Kennedy didn't oversee the sequel like she was supposed to do. Like, she was supposed to make sure that this entire thing had the proper outline. And so she decided not to control Rian Johnson. So it's a lack of leadership on her part. And ultimately, it's all about leadership. So it's just, if she's going to get credit when things are good, she needs to get credit when things are bad. At Geeks and Gamers, I own everything. I own the entire thing, so every decision that gets made at Geeks and Gamers ultimately falls on my shoulders. So if we make a mistake, even if it's an individual that I have appointed power to, it's still my fault. That's called leadership. So Kathleen Kennedy is responsible for everything that has went on post Last Jedi, or post The Force Awakens. And so yeah, I did like TFA, I really did. Not anymore, and that's how bad it's gotten. So let's see. Thank you for the super chat, Kapora Gabora. Appreciate that. Are we still talking music in here? Queens of the Stone Age, I'm okay with them. Not a huge fan, but I like them. KRS-One, I like KRS-One. I definitely don't like any new rap. So if you start bringing new rap to me, then I can't have that discussion. Should make a music G&G channel just like the Sports Wars one. We actually have a music group on Facebook. It's a fan-run group. And so you guys, I think it's called Music to My Ears or Vital Vibrations. I can't remember what the name of it is. If somebody from my team is here in the comments and you're part of our music group, feel free to drop it in the comments because I can't remember the name of it because it's changed a few times and I don't get on Facebook that much anymore. In your opinion, who should be a Star Wars director? Well, a lot of you aren't going to like my answer, but I have to just continue to stay consistent with what I've always said. I've always loved J.J. Abrams, and I was super, super happy when he was announced as the director of The Force Awakens. I just wish we could have gotten J.J., because J.J. has point blank said when he walked in, they had already made the decision to go with this new crop of characters and move away from George's original story. I would have loved to see J.J. direct George Lucas's story, because I love George Lucas. George Lucas is one of the smartest, most intelligent minds, if not the most intelligent mind in Hollywood in terms of story. But his directing isn't the greatest. So I would have loved to see J.J. Abrams direct George Lucas's story with George Lucas as his creative consultant, as it was supposed to be introduced in the beginning. That's what I would have loved to have seen. But we're not going to get that. So, let's see. Justin Schroeder, I'm responsible for the music discussion. Oops. Hey, don't apologize, man. I'm all about some music discussion. Yes, Tupac. I'm a huge Tupac fan. Tupac is my favorite rapper of all time. I still listen to Tupac's music to this day. I think that dude was so far ahead of his time. And when we lost Tupac, it was a tragedy for all of us. He was incredible. I respect your opinion, Jeremy, but I just can't stand JJ ever since Star Trek, and I just don't think he's as great as people say he is. And Atomic American, and I appreciate your opinion, and trust me, I know a lot of people who feel similar to you. I enjoy JJ's Star Trek films. I'm not the biggest Star Trek fan. I did grow up on The Next Generation. I love The Next Generation, by the way. But JJ did some really cool things with Star Trek, in my opinion, but I know there's a lot of people that don't like them. But I enjoyed them, so... it's okay. You don't have to sign it. I'm asking if anyone on this live chat wants to sign. If it's a yes, join. By the way, this isn't about boycott solo. It's just to do a redo. Yeah, and that's fine, man. Totally have no problem with that. We have a presence, Jay. We are the alpha male voices, constantly edited from the algorithm. I agree. I agree. And the more they complain about us, the better it is for us. Man, I love these live streams. I really do. You guys just make the day worth waking up for. I love the music discussion going on right now. I love that there's really just we're just all over the place. Because I know a lot of you found me because I'm a Star Wars guy and I'm speaking out against the sequel trilogy, the SJW trilogy, but I have a lot of interest. I'm kind of like a jack of all trades, master of none. I have a lot of interest in a lot of different categories. So if you guys want to talk outside of Star Wars, I'm a game for that. So I love music, love video games, love all of it. So thank you for the super chat again, Kabora Gabora. That's an interesting name, by the way. And all right, we are closing in on the 1 hour mark, so I'm gonna hang for about 7 more minutes. So whatever you guys got for me, let her rip, and let's see if we can knock out a few more questions here. NWA is badass. I agree. Jeremy, nice facial hair. You think so? I don't know. The wife isn't enjoying it, but I'm going to keep letting it grow to see what the hell it does. Talk about Cloverfield, please. So I have seen the first, I saw the first Cloverfield, which I thoroughly enjoyed, the shaky cam one. And then, what's the new Cloverfield that came out with John Goodman? Trying to remember. Cloverfield something. And was something Lane, Cloverfield Lane. 12 or something, Cloverfield Lane. I thought that movie was a masterpiece, a damn near masterpiece. And so, I enjoyed the hell out of that one. 10 Cloverfield Lane. Yeah, 10 Cloverfield Lane. Loved it. Now, apparently there's this new Cloverfield movie on Netflix. I have not had an opportunity to see it. I've heard mixed things about it. So I would be interested to know your thoughts. Ocarina or Twilight Princess? I'm going to be a little controversial on that one and say Twilight Princess. Don't get me wrong. Ocarina is probably the greatest game ever made objectively. But I just prefer the Twilight Princess more. That's just a personal preference, though. I'm not saying it's better than Ocarina. Very few games are better than Ocarina. Do I like ABBA? I do like ABBA. Dancing Queen? I like ABBA. I'm down with some ABBA. Let's see. Yeah, Cloverfield Paradox. It's okay. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about it. So, I'll check it out. I'll probably check it out. Maybe do a little quick review for the channel here. Nobody will watch it, though. So, all right. We got 5 minutes left. Yeah, Twilight Princess is my favorite Zelda too. Yeah, now my favorite Zelda is either A Link to the Past or, A Link to the Past or Breath of the Wild. Let's see here. I'm getting a message, so I'm going to have to jump off of here because there's something I got to handle really quick. So I'm going to have to cut this a few minutes short. So go ahead and Liberty Night Gaming, we love you, Jeremy. Thank you so much. Yeah, Stephanie B, they do talk, they type fast. I can't keep up. You know, guys, flood me with where you're from. You know I like to see it. So just, I got to jump off of here in the next minute. So just go ahead, where are you watching from? I'll try to read out a few of them before I get off of here if this chat slows down enough for me. Of course, my chat has stopped again, so I'm having to back out again. My chat keeps freezing up, and I don't know why. So I can't read anything you're saying at the moment. So let me close out of my YouTube app. I was going to try. There we go. Okay, so Ukraine, Toronto, Houston, Indianapolis, Norway, Greece, Ireland, Duval, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Finland, Dublin, Ohio, the Netherlands, Illinois, Brazil, Niagara Falls, Brooklyn, Switzerland, Athens, Greece, New Jersey, Utah, Wisconsin, North Carolina, absolutely crazy, Tampa, Arkansas, Thailand, New York, UK, Arkansas, Australia, Tatooine, Argentina, Florida, Houston, Arizona, France, Michigan, West Virginia, Ohio, Earth, Romania. Wow, man, your chat's blowing up. I'm from New Brady. When will we find satisfaction with Star Wars? When Kathleen Kennedy is gone. Okay, I've got to run. Love you all. Thank you so much. I'll be back tomorrow at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, the same time I was here today, and we'll do it all over again. You guys are the best, truly the best. Have a great day. We'll talk to you later.